Show me your arsenal. Yeah, this is the tutorial part. So this is a great time to talk about this because someone was asking me yesterday during the stream um, about the loot because I seem to be looting so many things, and my inventory was like, they were like, "Oh my God, that inventory management must be a nightmare." And the discussion was actually everything I'm looting isn't just going into my inventory. Um, a lot of it goes into your cargo space. So there's two different inventories essentially. There's your ship cargo and there's your personal inventory. And as you loot weapons and things, they go into your inventory and they'll stack. So you can start looting the same type of lasgun or pistol or sword or flak jacket, and they just stack up. And all this other stuff that you loot, trophies and the like, in these cases, those are the cargo that go into your ship. And you could also take those stacks of weapons and things in your inventory and move them into the cargo, and they count as like munitions or ranged weapons or armor. You know, there's all these different types of things in your cargo, which we'll see here in a minute. And this is the tutorial on profit factor and trading. So essentially, profit factor is your status. It says it represents the status, wealth, and power of the rogue trader, determined by trade connections, holding incomes, treasury loans, and borrowings. While you are traveling, your character will use profit factor for buying everything from grenades and weapons to planetary colonies. You don't actually spend profit factor on purchases and transactions, but its level does determine the ability to make a trade transaction or to pass certain checks. So that's a number that just goes up as you grow in levels and your reputation grows and everything else. So when you start off, it's going to be smaller, and as you become more important, it gets bigger. But it's just a ranking. It's like a faction rating, sort of. It's not quite the same thing, but it is a rating that affects, you know, um, your ability to make those transactions, right? So it's a little bit of a complex system. Because then there's reputation. There's actual reputation that factors in next. So equipment, weapon, and other items can be found at vendors of various factions throughout the Coronis expanse. To trade with them, you need profit factor, but you also need reputation. Um, these are not spent on purchases, but their level, one or both at the same time, this is the complexity, can impact the range of goods available to you and whether or not you can purchase them. Reputation is a measure of the rogue trader's relationship with the factions of the Cronus Expanse, whereas the profit factor is sort of like your overall reputation. The higher the reputation with a faction, the wider the range of goods available from the representative of that faction. And then if you want to increase your reputation with the particular faction, you get to transfer valuable cargo to the representatives or complete its orders. So there's multiple ways, but when you're going into the trade window, which we're going to do right now, this is where we actually get to see all of this in action. This is a cool time to, I'm glad this popped up this morning because I was wanting to do a video on this and it naturally happened upon us. So right away you're going to notice this window pops up, and there's a trade window and a reputation window. So let's talk about the trade window first. So we have RP, which is reputation, and then we have PF, which is profit, your profit factor. So if we understand what was just said a minute ago, each item has a profit factor minimum that you have to hit and a reputation minimum that you have to hit. So this one requires 6 PF, profit factor, and 0 rep. So I can buy these items right now because I've met the, there's 0 rep requirement, so we don't have any rep requirements for those. And I've met the profit factor, right, which it looks like I have at least 10. Now, you'll notice that this one's grayed out, this modified lasgun, and that's because I don't have enough profit factor yet. I haven't earned enough of a reputation worldwide. You know, I'm not famous enough yet. So I can't access those, but what I can access are these ones. Like I could buy some more med kits, which I'm definitely going to do because those are highly important and hard to find. I'm not going to buy the armor. Grenades, I might grab the grenades too. Those are also hard to come by. Well, if I can get this box to come over. There we go. Alright, but what if I want rank 2 stuff? It says I need 1500 RP. I need 1500 faction. We can go over here to the reputation tab, and this is the cargo that I was talking about earlier. This is all in your ship's cargo hold. And what you could do is you can go through here and click on some of these. You know, if they have an X, you know, ignore it, but look for the ones that are empty and that you can click and get a check mark. You notice they have percentages, 102%, 119%, 112%. That's just how much is in my cargo hold. So let's just go through and click 5 of these. And let's watch the faction level up top when I click complete. Nothing. There we go. I had to click it twice. That gave me 1250 faction. So let's do another couple. Let's do 2 more. Not quite enough. Let's try 3 more. There we go. That got me to 2050. So I'm over that mark and I'm on my way to 3000. If I go back to the trade window, I now have access to the rank 2 items. However, I don't have enough profit factor to purchase any of these items, but there's a bolt pistol, some stabilizing bracers, a helmet. I like the helmet and the bracers, and some fire grenades. I am going to purchase the fire grenades because always purchase grenades. And I'll have to wait until my profit factor is higher to do any of the other things. So that's a basic explanation of how that works. And if you scroll down, at least at the beta, we can see there's 3 tiers of items that I can purchase. But I noticed that when I was leveling up the other day, I just was throwing everything I had at a merchant just to test the system. And there's actually more than 3 tiers of relationships. So I'm assuming that when you get into the live game, we're going to see 4, 5, 6, 7 ranks, who knows, maybe more ranks of items that the merchants can have potentially. So it's way more than just 3. But it only shows 3 ranks worth of items in the beta. Oh, I guess there's even numbers here, which I didn't even notice until I was just sitting here right now. So it does go to 7. Ha! We're learning something new this morning, everybody. Welcome to the Twitch stream, Necro. Don't forget we are multi-streaming on YouTube. And I just caught your chat, too. I wasn't even paying attention. Sorry about that. And Necro says, first time I caught you live, your videos have been great. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Yeah, most days I'm live, 5:30 in the morning for about an hour and a half as I wake up with everybody. And then 8 p.m. Central when we're wide awake and playing at the end of the day. So we do 2 streams a day. And sometimes I'll do an afternoon stream, but it depends on how much video production I have to get done. Because YouTube is my main gig, and streaming is like a side thing. But most of the time I'm just doing content creation. But I have started streaming with regular intent since we started multi-streaming on Twitch. Like, I guess a month ago. Because for the first couple of years, I mostly was just doing content creation and occasional streaming on YouTube. But now I'm actually doing streaming regularly. Anyway, folks, that is an overview of the profit factor and reputation system for dealing with merchants that you come across in the world as a rogue trader. It's a very interesting system, and it seems more complex than it is because of the fact that it has like 2 different things being applied to it. You've got 2 different reputation systems, essentially. Fame, I guess, would be one way to look at it. And then your actual reputation per vendor. And then I was just talking about earlier, you can look at your cargo. Oops, wrong button. You can see your cargo in your ship like this when you're out. And then if you have stacks of items like this, we can take this flak chest plate and drop it over here, and it's gonna be armor kit that goes up. No, I don't know which one just went up. Let's look at melee weapons. I've got 3 more. Oh, I guess they're just going up now. Okay. But anyway, you can stash all your items here if you don't need items, if you're not going to use them. Hold on to the gloves. I've got a better sniper rifle. I'm not using bolt weapons. or stub carbines, or shotguns, or swords. I do want to give those gloves to somebody, and I need to check the armor. Anyway, the stream continues onwards, but if you're watching this in episodic format on the YouTube channel, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. See you in the next one. Necro says, I'm fighting the urge to get the beta. I mean, yeah, if you're just playing the game as the average layperson, just wait till it launches. You've only got another week. The only reason I started the beta was because from a content creator's perspective, I could start doing R&D, learn the game, learn the system, put out videos, do some Let's Play sessions, start getting the algorithm familiar with my face on YouTube, and then get people used to the fact that I'm going to be streaming this game at live, and then roll right into that. I haven't done any, like, I know, like, Mortimus Gaming, I think is his channel's name. He's got his hands on an actual preview copy. He's got like 200,000 plus YouTube subscribers. He's a big content creator in the CRPG space, and he was able to get his hands on a pre-launch copy from Owlcat, and he's been putting out guides that cover like the live game, and that's the perk of having been doing this for many years as he has. Whereas I'm coming into things, I'm only 2 years into full-time content creation. I only have like a little over 20,000 followers on my YouTube channel, so I'm still a small fish. Even though I do this full time, I am a small fish in that scope. So the beta has a lot of great information, but I would also say check out Slandered Gaming and Mortissimo Gaming, because they're both doing really good Rogue Trader guides as well, and they're gonna be playing this at launch as well. Um, They're the only two that I know of that are going to be playing this at launch, but they're also doing very good guides. So I would say get your fix right now, Necro, from checking out myself and those two guys, and just wait a week. It'll be out on the 7th. It's so close. It's so close. Welcome to the channel, Zocker. Welcome to Twitch. Don't forget we're multi-streaming on YouTube and Twitch daily at 5:30 a.m. every evening at 8 p.m. Pick your poison. There's also a Discord down below, everybody. And we do have a World of Warcraft guild if you want to play with our community. Follow the links, you'll find out all that information out. Anyway, the beta has some quirks. Not everything's finalized, but you can see some contrast between all the various, videos that are being created between content creators. Yeah, the beta I would say is mostly just a research tool. Some people play it like it's a live game, but I try to, I view it as let's play different classes, let's get an overview of the mechanics, let's learn all of the systems. I knew nothing about Warhammer lore starting this game, so I've had to learn a lot of Warhammer stuff, and they've got a great, the codex in this game is